And I am live. Morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time it is. I want to say thank you for being here with me this morning. So, as I'm in, someone has already said no. Oh, Ollie on tour. What's up, man? Someone is at me already. But I would definitely would love to explain the context of this video before I really take any stick for this one. Now, what I really want to go down into is, as you see, is Arteta better than Klopp? Or do we believe that Arteta is better than Klopp? Now, I am quite sure that 90% of Arsenal fans are going to say no, it will never happen and it will not happen. Now, there are various of contexts why I use that thumbnail. It's not just because I am an Arteta in fan, but because there are things where I would definitely say people would believe that there's no chance Arteta can take Arsenal to the next level, and there's also no chance that Arteta can do what Klopp has done with Liverpool and reflect that with Arsenal. There's a sense that Arteta is not the man, or Arteta is not the right person to take Arsenal forward. And it is getting a bit festus and spreading right across the fan base. Now, what we see happening in football in these days is that football fans were very reactionary. We're very reactionary because we want to see instant success. We want to see our team winning trophies now. Think about it. Even Southampton fans want to see their team winning trophies now. West Brom, Fulham, all those lower level teams would love to see their team winning trophies now. But is it possible at this point in time? Now, we look at it and say, okay, the table is wide open. The table is wide open, so anyone can get a grab at the title challenge this season. But is it really as open as though we strongly believe? Now, we have to bear in mind that Arsenal finished 40 points off Liverpool last season. We finished 9 points from top four, and we finished 20 points from Manchester City. Let's put that into context. For us to improve in those points differential, inclusion of players is not the only way to improve on those points differential. This is where Arteta, as the manager and coach, would have to do his best job in getting the best out of those players. Now, one of the factors that most Arsenal fans are not looking into right now is that so far, only 3 players at this football club were bought by Mikel Arteta. Only 3 players at this football club resembles what Mikel Arteta wants to do. One of them at this moment is not performing at his best. One of them. Now, these three players are Willian, Gabriel, and Partey. We know Thomas Partey is a quality signing, and we accept that he's one of the best midfielders, central defensive midfielders, or central midfielders across the world in his position. 3, Gabriel was an astute purchase. It was an astute recruiting purchase, and I really appreciate whoever put that in place, because Gabriel Magalhaes was an astute buy. Now, Willian is yet to be seen. Now we know that a player does not just decline overnight. And we know that it is not a sense in which a player can just drop from here to here just overnight. Something must have happened. Now, in the sense of Willian, I do believe that the system that Mikel Arteta is deploying at this moment can possibly be the reason why he's not performing at his best. But I would say things can change with a system change or just a minor tweaks. And that is how easy it is right now for Mikel Arteta. Just some minor tweaks. I'm not sure why he hasn't done it as yet, but we know that it is just some minor tweaks. Now, as I said before, the team is now full of players that are not Mikel Arteta's type of players. We have players that are out of form, or players that are mentally weak, we have players that are very fragile, we have players that have poor, or players that have very, very poor injury record. And time to come, we'll see these players move on or forced out of the club. And we have been so lackluster in regards to many things this season. And I think that coming next summer, we'll see many of these persons moving on. Now, the reason why I said Mikel Arteta it's a question. Mikel Arteta better than Klopp. Why would someone believe something like that? For what reason? Now, what I want to do is, I would love to compare both of them first season, the incomplete season that they had from time when they came in the club to the first 8 games of their second season. So I'm going to go on transfer market and see what I can find. No, because what I believe is that us as Arsenal fans were so demanding that we look past many things that are in front of our eyes to see the wrong things. That is the reason why now you have a massive agenda building against Mikel Arteta. And I see where it is now becoming, I would say, it's causing a negative impact on the club, fan base, and what we think of football or what we think about. Okay, so I'm trying to find a bit more detail. But what we would have to find out is that now, let me give you a bit of refresher on what happened on what happened with Klopp's first season and how it resembles Arteta's first season in the same sense. Many of us, as I said, would love to see trophies being lifted in the first season of the managerial of his managerial career, and that is something that we have seen. And I can tell you, it is something that we have seen, and we know that it can be done. So at this moment, Arteta first season he played 24 games. 24? Yes. As I was saying, at this point in time, we realize that the agenda that is being built against Mikel Arteta is that because he's not playing our favorite players, we would love to strike against him because he's not playing our favorite players. We believe that because Nicolas Pepe, Martinelli, or William Saliba is not playing, Mikel Arteta is out of his depth. And that is one of the things that is going around at this moment. And I do believe that it is something that is being cast up by mostly fans mostly fans, and these are some irrational fans that are just looking the social media hype, or would I say just trying to build something or trying to create some form of content. So I do believe and I do implore fans to good. Now, so Mikel Arteta's first season. Mikel Arteta played total of 28 games. Mikel Arteta played a total of 28 games for Arsenal. Okay, good. For his first season, he played a total of 28 games. He won 16 of them. He drew 6 and lose 6. And I'm going to go in the Premier League. Okay, I'm going to go in more details now. This is where you see the games that he has played in the Premier League in itself. Good. In all, Mikel Arteta played 20 games in the Premier League and won 9. So I'm going to make a note of that. He won 9, draw 6, and lost 5. That is in his first season. And he won 2 trophies. He won 2 cups in his first season. Now, Jurgen Klopp, and he finished 8th. Now, into his second season, his first 8 games, he's placed 11th on the table. And his points per match ratio is 1.65. And so far, in a sense, that would be a particular good, I would say, start of a managerial career. So I'm now on Jurgen Klopp player profile. But that in all, in a sense, playing 20 games, 1-9, draw 6, losing 5, that is basically a good result for someone's first season. And we should bear in mind that the condition that Mikel Arteta took over the club were very adverse conditions, because the dressing room was in shambles. The dressing room was in shambles, and we all know that. So, and this year is Jurgen Klopp's first season at Liverpool. Good. Now, Jurgen Klopp played 30 games. He won 13, drew 9, and lost 8. So here we saw where Jurgen Klopp played 10 more games. He won 4 more matches. He draw 3 more games and lost 3 more games in 10 games. Now he went to 2 cup finals, and he lost both cup finals. They were domestic cups at that though. Now, what I want to do now is I'm going to his second season and where he was 8 games in his second season in the Premier League at that. So this is how he started his second season. He defeated Arsenal. He beat Burnley. These are his first 8 games. He lost to Burnley. He drew with Spurs. He defeated Leicester City. He defeated Chelsea. Good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he won 5 games, drew 2, and lost 1. That is in his second season. That is his first 8 games. He won 5, drew 2, and lost 1. So at that point in time, in his second season, he was 17 points. 17 points he had 17 points on the table. And at this moment, Mikel Arteta is on 9 points. So his second season, Jurgen Klopp's second season, just by starting the second season, he had a better start to the season than Mikel Arteta. And he ended the season in 4th position. Now, in that sense, that is a good placement and that's a good position. He ended the season, won 22 games, drew 10, lose 6, and scored 78 goals while conceding 42, and accumulated 76 points. And at the end of the season, he had a 2 points per match ratio. And in all sense, that is very good for Jurgen Klopp. But at this point in time, we have to give Mikel Arteta time because he's in the same role or same trajectory as how Jurgen Klopp was. And we as Arsenal fans, we have to open the door for success. But whilst opening that door for success, we definitely know that we're gonna lose games in those times. So we shall cry. We're going to draw some important game and some critical game in those times just the same. And it shall hurt us just the same. And we're going to win some nice games or some entertaining games just as though we defeated Manchester United. And we have to accept these type of results. But at this particular time, they are in the same trend going in their managerial career. And at this point in time, we knew that Jurgen Klopp had already done many things in Bundesliga. And this is Mikel Arteta's first job. He hasn't even completed a year in his job. And the pitchforks are already out for him. But in this time, I do believe that Mikel Arteta has what it takes to move Arsenal forward. And I think he will definitely stand out in some sense at some part in time in his managerial career. And I do appreciate you for taking the time out to listen to me today or this morning. Please, before you do anything, subscribe as you see the banner and share, drop a like, and I will see you again. Thank you very much for tuning to Military Guna TV. I'm out.